Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I would like to do water signs for the month of December 2019. We'll start with Cancer, then we'll move to Scorpio and Pisces. Now, beginning with Cancer, when I tuned into Cancerian energy, I felt that there is some kind of reunion in some way with the past. You might be meeting someone coming back from the past, might come into your life. You might be remembering something from the past. It's a kind of reunion with the past in some way for you in December. Obviously, with the holiday season, we've got in the US, we've got Thanksgiving, in and around the world, we've got Christmas and New Year, and they are times when we do look back to the past and perhaps even miss those that have passed over. In some way, though, someone is coming back into your life from the past. Let's have a look at, in December, let's have a look at what the cards are going to tell us. I am pulling from my a Grand Deluxe Tarot, and I'll also pull some Oracle cards for you at the end. This is a general reading. If it's not for you, keep going. Tune back in a month or two. It may very well be a better time for you to hear these messages. So let's get started. Cancerians, tell me about Cancerians in the month of December, Spirit. Tell me about Cancerians. What's coming up for Cancerians in the month of December? Cancerians, month of December. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so we've got the Queen of Cups. This is you. This is absolutely you. This is your energy. This is the Queen of Cups is she's brings forth emotional stability, emotional abundance, but there's also something that the Queen of Cups has to say, and that's what she's presenting in this cup. She's not going to say it in an unloving way. She's going to say it in a firm but loving, nurturing, supportive way. There could be a message coming to you that you need to hear, and it will actually bring a more stability emotionally as a result. Let's bring the laptop down. Okay, what else have we got coming up for Cancerians? There is a reunion, but potentially I felt something from the past, but this is also family reunions as well. We've got the holiday seasons coming up, and there will be a lot of family gatherings at that time. But I feel that this is what is obviously going to be important for you in the month of December, spending time with loved ones, reunions, family occasions, and where you will play a role too. As this Queen, you've got a lot to bring forward, and you could be the person that could be bringing forward some enlightenment for some member of your family or your community. With this Justice card, I'd suggest that if you're the person that's bringing the some kind of truth, some kind of emotional truth, or that will put a situation on a more stable foundation, it is a rebalancing that is occurring in your family and in your close relationships. I'm feeling with that Justice card. The Justice card can be karmic as well. So a lot of our karmic experiences we undergo with those in our immediate circle, because we tend to reincarnate with people that come forward in our family structures in this lifetime. So I feel that there is a healing coming forward around family, and it will bring forward new balance. Something that was taken away is going to be restored to you. And I have the King of Cups, both the King and Queen of Cups. So there is an emotional healing I feel coming forward in December for some of my Cancerian viewers with both the King and the Queen here. This is talking about really growing into emotional security, emotional maturity, I should say, which of course then brings a sense of security, because when there isn't the emotional stability there, you have that insecure feeling all the time. And for Cancerians, it's particularly important to feel secure in their most loving relationships. So if something has been out of kilter or out of sorts in your immediate relationships, there is a justice and a rebalancing coming forward for you in December that will put everything on a firmer foundation, a more loving foundation. Expect it to come forward quite quickly, because with this Eight of Wands, this is things happening, occurring almost in a meteoric kind of a fashion. It might take you by surprise. You might not be expecting it with this Eight of Wands, but we're moving toward a healing, and it's likely to come in quite quickly. We've got some kind of truth coming forward that needs to be, a truth needs to be told here. This will then bring forward new starts, and they are new starts and reunions, I feel, amongst either your family or your very close friends, or a circle of support that you're currently involved in. There is a healing, an emotional healing coming forward. There could be a decision that you have to make, because justice doesn't just occur with one person. It takes two. It takes two to bring forward justice, both accepting justice and ensuring that justice is done. And so this is a laying down of the swords in a way, a decision time, and could almost be a compromise of that need for justice. So again, I can see an emotional healing coming forward, and you are presented with a crossroads. You or someone close to you that you may have some disharmony with is being presented with a crossroads, the Two of Wands. And of course, a plan or a strategy will be made that will unfold in time, and that will be sustainable in time, which is even more important. We've got the Queen of Coins. Okay, so there's a lot of stability coming through here, and I feel it's coming to the home as well. You could be dealing with a Taurian, a Virgo, Capricornian energy. Of course, in January, we move into Capricorn in our sun signs. But I feel that there is a stability coming forward along with this emotional healing. Absolutely. Look at this, Cancer. You are in your element in December with all of these cups. This is you. This is your energy. This is an emotional healing. You could even be facilitating this, Cancerians. You could actually even be facilitating this in some way. Although there's been disappointment, if you look at the Justice card, then we see the Two of Swords. These aren't easy energies here. These are air energies, Virgo energies, Libran energies, the scales of justice. There has been some disappointment in some way with this Four of Cups, but I'm always reminded in this card, and I absolutely love this deck, that rather than this person looking at the cups that are a loss to him or her, they've got their eyes firmly on the cup that remains, and there is light coming out. So it could be that darkness has been, you haven't been able to see or navigate your way forward in this emotional situation, and there's actually new light coming through for it. And we've got the Nine of Coins, which is a beautiful energy. This is an equality of healing. It's not just coming for somebody else, it's actually coming for you, or those that you love, and it will bring more independence and equality into things. I'm just going to lay that next to the Justice card, because I think that's what it's all about. I feel that there could have even been this tug of war going on, someone wanting their independence, and the way that they did it, unfortunately, was to perhaps, drive that Ace of Swords a bit too hard, forward. It's a bit of a harsh message, but I do feel that this not only will create an independent, equal situation for you, a healing, a balancing. It will also create that for the other person as well. And there's a degree of wisdom that is needed here to achieve this. But we are moving forward in the situation, I feel. Let's have a look at what has been occurring, what is at the base of the pack. we've got the Five of Wands, and as you can see here, it is arguments, it is dissension, battles, as I said, arguments, perhaps between family members, but that is coming to an end with these cards here. We've got the Page of Coins. As I said, you could be dealing with a Earth energy sign. You could be dealing with a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurian, and it could be that there was a getting of wisdom, because I'm getting drawn to the hawk in this card. In order to achieve that independence, in order to achieve that equality, there may have been some immature tactics used. However, I feel that we're moving on from that with this Six of Swords. We're currently in the process of moving on. And there could even be a King of Swords, somebody with a little bit more maturity come into the situation and help facilitate this move forward. The King of Swords is somebody that wields that sword. Again, I'm being drawn to the bird in this card. Wields that sword quite aptly, and is able to bring forward an objectivity into the situation. So I'm reminded too that it's not just an intellectual energy here, it's also an emotional energy as well. So you're going to, something's going to be coming together after it hasn't been moving forward. It's going to come together at the intellectual level, but also at the heart level as well. And these things are going to come together. There is tremendous healing here for you Cancer in the month of December. Those that this reading is resonating with, if things have been troublesome, if you've been struggling in interpersonal relationships, there is a healing coming forward in December. And it's not too far away with that Eight of Wands. Now let's pull some oracle cards from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle by Mel Brown. Beautiful cards. Let's pull some cards, some messages from Spirit. What do we need to know? Some messages from Spirit. Okay, so I've got responsibility, and I'm reminded that in any emotional healing, we not only have responsibility to others, but we really have a responsibility to ourselves. And I think that, blaming disharmony on others is just not going to wash this time. We have to accept self-responsibility. And I do feel that that is one of the learnings that is going to come forward in this case. There has been some turmoil that was obvious. I feel it is in your close relationships, but I also feel that a healing is coming forward, because I'm reminded that we can't heal when we're in turmoil. We can only heal when we are sitting back and we are stepping back objectively from the situation. And I feel that this is what this King of Swords is doing here as well. At the moment, the wise counsel is to step back and look at this objectively. And you don't have to solve it overnight, because I feel it's actually being solved right now. It's being solved as we go. And we've got intuition operating here as well. So trust yourself, trust what you're thinking, trust what you're observing, trust what you're doing at the moment, because it's absolutely the right thing. You are showing some kind of leadership in this situation, because there is a little bit of immaturity on the part of someone here, and it can be quite frustrating. But I do feel it's coming to a close, because I feel that both of you, and this is what the Karmic Justice card is all about, both of you are achieving freedom at this time. So it could have been something was quite symbiotic, that in a way you were growing together in some way, and the growth that you had in common was a move toward your own freedom and your own journey. And so I am reminded that equal beings want the best for each other. They want their freedom. But I do feel quite strongly that compassion also at the bottom of the deck is a central message. Always reminding yourself to have compassion for even those that are doing the wrong thing by you. It is a great it's a wonderful emotion to generate and bring forward. Compassion and forgiveness generates that healing. So I feel that if someone hasn't been showing compassion, I feel that they're going to. It is going to be based on a type of truth. There is probably going to be some kind of intervention, but at the end of the day, this is an equal healing. It's not just for one person. It could be for the person that you're having difficulties with. It could be for a group of people. There is this emotional healing occurring. All right, thank you, Cancerians. Have a wonderful, wonderful December. Now let's move to Scorpio. Let's move to Scorpio. Scorpio, we've come out of just out of November. We've just moved into Sagittarius. Scorpio is of course transformation, transformation and rebirth energy, and it's an intense time. It has been an intense time. So you'll find that situations could have been quite loomed quite large, but there is a change moving forward. So before I tune into your energy, Scorpio, let me just have a sip of my tea. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on for Scorpio as I just get the deck ready. Just bear with me. Scorpio, what's happening for Scorpio? Yeah, again, I feel Scorpio can tend to hold things within, almost like a hardening of resolve, and of course that hardens the heart a little bit. So part of the transformational energy of Scorpio is learning to forgive. And what do we do when we forgive? We open up that heart chakra. We actually start to look around with unconditional love and forgiveness for anyone that we think might have wronged us. Scorpios learn as they go, but they can, in the process of learning, just harden that. I won't say harden heart, because Scorpions have the most beautiful, generous, wonderful heart. But if they feel that they have been wronged, or if they feel there's a need to, if they feel a little bit insecure in some way, particularly around I guess competition, they might just put forward those barbs, a few little barbs, and that's a protective mechanism. But let's have a look at what's happening for Scorpio in the month of December. What's happening for Scorpions, our friends, the Scorpions, beautiful, loving, wonderful friends. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening for our Scorpions. Scorpions in December, Spirit, show me. Okay, I'm getting another Ace of Swords. I'm getting a need, not just for a truth to come forward, but for Scorpio to pick up that sword and wield it. So there is a need for Scorpio to be a little bit, to step forward in December and speak their truth. And also, Scorpions are very good at wielding that sword for others. They do, as I said, they make marvelous friends, because they will go in to bat for their friends. Nothing is too much trouble, and often they are the warriors that come forward in protection of those that they love. I do feel that there is something there in December that's going to make you pick that sword up, or it could be a situation where you need to pick that sword up. Let's have a look at what's happening for Scorpios in the month of December. What's happening for Scorpio in the month of December? Scorpio, month of December. Yeah, very much I'm getting that sword. So we've got the Five of Wands. So there could be obstacles and challenges for our Scorpion friends. This could be factionalism. Just again, they can get, as I said, Scorpio can get a little bit put out those barbs, under fairly heavy competition, and that hardens their resolve, and it can also isolate them a bit. So I'm getting you need to step forward rather than step back, even though the situation might be like that. Let's have a look. The Queen of Coins. You could be dealing in December with a earth sign here, Virgo, Capricorn, a Taurian. This can be either a man or male or female, but this Queen of Coins, sometimes like this brings forward a Cancerian energy as well. There is something unresolved here with this Queen of Coins and this coming alongside this Five of Wands. It is an energy that where a stability needs to be brought into a situation. I'm just getting the real feel that there is something unresolved here for Scorpio. Yeah, they're juggling, and this is an imbalance as well. This person isn't standing on steady ground, whoever I'm speaking to, and it could be that this Five of Wands energy won't resolve until they put down what they're juggling. I'm not sure what they're juggling yet, but I feel that once they step down from that tightrope that they may have been walking, they're going to bring a rebalancing, a foundation, a solid foundation to move forward in this world. So this is December's an important month for Scorpio. A very karmic month here with this Wheel of Fortune, this number 10. I'm reminded that this brings forward an energy that things are actually going to improve for you. So if you've been doing this, Scorpio, things are likely to start to turn. The wheel is likely to start to turn for the better. Let's have a look as we go on in this reading and see what this situation might have been. I feel that there's been a confusion with this Moon card, and it's caused you to act instinctively, unfortunately. With this Moon card, this can be around keeping secrets, but I feel this is around the hardening of this resolve of yours. What that does is it blocks people out. So there is a need, I think, to bring something to the surface and reconnect with someone, because I feel you're going to put a lot to bed. I think you're going to be able to use that to move forward. There is something with this Three of Coins that needs fixing. This is really rebuilding something, I feel, and I think this is a relationship. This could even be a relationship with yourself, rebuilding yourself in some way. But I feel that the rebuilding will only be done through someone else that you may have been at odds with. Yeah, there is a new start coming for you with this Ace of Coins. I do feel that in some way in December you're going to put down the burden, put down the issue that's caused you to go off balance in some way, Scorpio, and you're going to bring forward a healing here. You're all actually going to take steps. You need to step forward and take that sword there and bring forward that healing. With this Wheel of Fortune, if you've been doing it tough, I'm reminded that things are going to change for the better. But in the meantime, if you are feeling in any way, I guess, if things are going to get the better of you as we move into December and the holiday season, keep your thoughts positive and keep your eye on that star of hope. There is hope. Hope is alive. And with that Wheel of Fortune there, your things are actually going to change for the better, and that is almost destined as well, because I feel that there is something that you've turned your back on with this Eight of Cups. It's walking away from what no longer serves you. This is here quite a significant situation for some Scorpions. We have the Five of Wands, this fighting, this irritation, this factionalism, this, energy getting in the way of you actually achieving your new start. We've got this Moon card, so there's been an element of confusion. How am I going to fix this? You've turned your back in some way and you've walked away, but I feel you're going to re-engage. And by the end of December, things are going to look a lot brighter than what they have done for quite some time, because I feel that this situation that occurred that needs fixing involved a very low point for you, Scorpio, with this Ten of Swords. But the good news is you're bringing it to completion. The situation is coming to completion. And we have the Queen of Swords here as well. this is you in some way. I feel that you do come across as very objective and very logical, and you have a plan for the future. So I think you're aware of what's going on at some level, and you're going to be making plans for a new start in 2020, Scorpio. And you're bringing, look at these beautiful cards. We've got strength and endurance. I just want to show you, because I feel some Scorpio people have been having a particularly rough time. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, things turning better, entering a new cycle. We've got the Star of Hope, keeping your thoughts positive. A rebalancing is occurring. And we've got your continued strength and endurance, which will cement this change. You're going to take advantage of a new start. There is a new start for you, Scorpio, absolutely, and it's coming pretty soon. We've got the Two of Cups. You could be collaborating with others. This newness that's coming in your life could be a new opportunity with someone else in some way. I do feel that could be around a career, could be around business, could be around relocation with this Three of Wands. This is commerce and expansion. We've also got number 5, the Hierophant, and that is showing me that there is a divine intercession here coming for you, Scorpio. You're being aided and helped by Spirit, and I feel that you will be on a new path with this Page of Wands, and it is a very much needed new start for you, Scorpio. So look for signs of a new start in 2020. It could even begin in December 2019. It's going to be very healing for you. It's a new chapter after a fairly, look, it's, for some Scorpios, a fairly torrid year in 2019. So let's draw 3 cards for, or more than 3 cards, however many cards we need to bring forward. What are the essential messages for Scorpio in December? The essential messages for Scorpio in December. The essential messages for Scorpio in December. Okay, so we've got return to country. You're going to be going home, basically. In some way, you're going to take a trip that is going to be very healing for you, very healing. And we've got Earth Sun, so you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be a young Virgo, actually, could play a really strong role in your healing in some way. I do feel there's an Earth sign energy here. Virgo, Capricorn, perhaps. Or Taurus, but there is a journey that you're taking, and I think it's going to revitalize you. With this creativity card, I can see all these tracks being formed that branch out. There is absolutely newness coming for you. Even though this newness might take you back to the old in some way, it's actually not going to be old, if that makes sense, because it's actually going to be you carving out new starts. And I can just see these tracks in this card. This is a solution here that's coming and being presented to you. What's at the base of the pack? Victory, Scorpio. Victory is at the base of the pack, and that victory is going to restart, re-kick your life in 2020. So good luck with that. I'm pleased that new start is coming forward for you. Let's go to Pisces in December. Let's go to Pisces in December. I'll just pick the cards up and get the deck ready. So we've got new energies coming into the reading. Let's have a look at Pisces in December. Lovely reading for Scorpio. Strong reading for Cancer as well. Let's have a look now at Scorpio. All right. Sorry, let's have a look at Pisces. Pisces in December. Let's have a look at Pisces in December. What's happening for Pisces in December? Pisces in December. Again, I'm getting a focus on, what is that? There is some sort of relocation or move coming up for you, Pisces, I think. Also a crossing of swords in some way, or crossing of paths. I'm also seeing something almost like a ship coming in for you in some way. What is that? Could be distant horizons. I'm reminded of the Three of Wands in the tarot. It's not quite that. What is this? It could even be travel, Pisces. That could be what's happening. You could be getting ready for a trip. And it will be a good trip for you. I think it's well and truly deserved. Let's have a look. Something could be crossing your path as well. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. All right, so let's have a look at Pisces in December. What's coming up for Pisces in December? Yeah, I'm just seeing the Sun card. Whatever's going to be crossing your path is actually going to be very good for you. Pisces in December. Tell me about Pisces. What's coming up for Pisces in December? The Queen of Cups coming forward again. There is well, this is again your energy. You're in your element with this water sign, this Queen of Cups. This is all about, I feel for you, could even be self-nurturing, Pisces. I feel that you're going to take some time out, and I know that we're coming up to the holiday season, but I feel that this trip is going to be quite important to you. Yeah, there's our Sun card, absolutely. You're in need of this, what is occurring, this movement. Something else could be crossing your path as you move through this, but it is going to bring forward a lot of happiness and joy for you with this Sun card. We've got the Page of Swords. There is a need here to come to terms with some sort of truth. It could be someone else has brought forward some sort of truth for you as well. The Page of Swords can be it's that little jab of truth that really starts some kind of momentum toward change. Yeah, we've got the Ten of Swords here. So there is an ending of one cycle and a beginning of another. But first, I think there is a trip. Maybe you're taking some time out to make a decision. Let's bring the laptop down and see what's going to unfold. I'll just have a sip of my tea. In relation to this situation, something has occurred. Some kind of truth has come forward. It has led or could lead to the completion of things because, this Nine of Swords is all about we're heading toward the 10. And that's not a bad thing, but we're not quite there yet because this Nine of Swords is bringing a little bit of anxiety here. So somebody around you could have let you down. That's what I'm feeling with this Page of Swords and this anxiety. Someone could have let you down. There could have been a disloyalty or some kind of secret that was shared with another that shouldn't have been shared. And there's a healing coming forward. You're actually going to be driving this healing forward. I think you're taking action in order to achieve that healing. You're taking control of the situation with this Emperor card, and you're going to ensure that healing occurs for you because it has been hard going with this Ten of Wands right underneath this Sun, but things are improving for you. We've got the Two of Wands. You do face a crossroads. Maybe that's where the cross symbol that I picked up at the beginning of this reading is occurring. You are at a crossroads. You've got to make a decision about how you're going to go forward. It's keeping you up at night. But the Queen of Cups, your energy here, and the Sun card are really, really good indications that something will be healed with this Lovers card. It could be for those that I'm speaking to that may be having partnership difficulties, love difficulties, family difficulties. There is a decision that you're going to be making, and hopefully to restore that what you feel has been lost in a loving relationship. There are endings and beginnings, endings and new beginnings with this World card. So I feel you're going to be able to achieve that. I feel that your direct action is going to bring forward a new beginning and an ending of this Ten of Wands. And here we have the Justice card. So I'm reminded there are a lot of tens in this reading. We've got double tens here in the Sun card. We've got a 1 and a 10 in number 9, obviously, here in the Anxiety card. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got double tens in the World and a 10 and a 1, which is New Beginnings, in this reading so far. So you're actually manifesting some kind of new beginning to you. It's actually going to allow you to trust again, I feel. Whoever let you down here with this Page of Swords, or a truth that needed to come forward may not have been expressed very maturely. But I feel that you're going to be, first of all, having some time out, and it could even be from a love relationship, maybe calling time, because we've got the Tower card here. It could even be that a love relationship needs to be come to a conclusion. Again, another 10. So I feel for Pisceans, you're moving through some kind of cycle. I do feel it is could be with a lover, could be with, it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership, it could be. But this Lovers card can be for anyone that you love, Pisces. But something's been heavy going, and you're actually bringing, you actually want the Sun, I'm feeling. You're wanting this energy, you know, you're done with the 10 of Wands. You want to put that down, you want to put that load down, and you want to get on with things. I feel Pisceans can be very practical. They don't like their atmosphere, I guess, you know, polluted by dissension. They like to have harmony. They like to, you know, they're the dreamers. And so they want to restore that equilibrium for themselves and move beyond this Tower moment. I do feel they will. They are making plans, and it is an action card. So I feel that for some this could be a relocation, as I said, a change of jobs, a move of some sort, unentangling yourself from an entanglement that hasn't been good for you, Pisces, because we've got the 5 of Cups here, which is loss, and a fairly sad reaction to that loss. This is somebody that's been a little bit wounded, but I feel that there are miracles coming into play here with this 9 of Cups, and be on the lookout for signs that those miracles are occurring. It is time to put down the juggling act, Pisces, for a little while, and get ready for some kind of newness coming through here. So at the very minimum, some Pisceans are going to be taking a lovely, lovely trip somewhere. And it's going to be a great circuit breaker. It's going to bring forward a lot of happiness. Somebody from the past could be coming back. It could even be someone younger as well with this Page of Swords. It's really about the ending, a plan to end the anxiety, a plan to move forward from this Tower moment. Again, with this Sun card, it's like Pisces, you're just going to skip the part where you arrange, you know, some sort of new beginning for yourself, and you're going to proceed straight into to the happiness. So I feel you're making a decision, or you've made a decision with this Emperor card and the World card. I feel you've already made a decision. Let's and there is this new start that you need. So let's have a look at messages from Spirit for Pisceans. Messages from Spirit for Pisceans. I'm getting this beautiful World card here, but I'm also being drawn to this eagle in the corner. This is about freedom, and freedom is very important to Pisceans. 3 cards or more for Pisceans for the month of December. Tell me about Pisceans for the month of December. So, time to make a decision. It's not time to be indecisive. I'm going to put that card underneath the Knight of Wands. This is about making a plan and enacting it. Relaxation seems to be the theme for water signs. They are in need of it. This is an emotional rejuvenation. I'm going to put that next to the Sun card. Okay. Underneath our Sun card. And then we've got a surprise. Wonderful. I'm going to put that underneath the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Something good happening for you. The lid's coming off that box, and you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Bottom of the pack, responsibility comes forward again, making decisions yourself, not allowing anyone else to make decisions for you, Pisces. So I feel that you're strong enough to do that. I don't think you're going to tarry anymore with that decision. You're going to make it, and you're going to bring forward that new start for yourself. So their water signs are for the month of December. Thank you for tuning in, viewers. All the best.